What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Liza Janae, and yes, the lie is absolutely necessary, and I am back with another video review. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe, and also leave me a comment, child. Let me know how you feeling. You know what? I'ma just get the fuck on and get into it. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Tiffany of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, I know. Like, she's always been messy. It's good for TV, but there is no way on God's green earth that she really thinks that it was appropriate to basically come to Cherie about Martell. Now, y'all know Martell and Cherie, it's kind of like two shows have combined, honestly. Hell, because Real Housewives of Atlanta really ain't talking about nothing this season outside of Martell and Cherie. That's the strongest heavy. I mean, that's the heaviest. I mean, that's the strongest storyline, and it's quite sad. But keeping the main thing. Tiffany, last episode, we had a chance to see Tiffany interact with Cherie. You know, she had the unmitigated gall to sit her pregnant ass across from Cherie and basically bombard her with all of these questions that literally have nothing to do with her. Like, if Tiffany is the perfect example of, I probably really don't give a fuck, but I'm nosy as hell, so I'm gonna ask anyway. Now, it makes for good TV. Of course, she was asking what everybody thought or maybe even wanted to know. But I'd be goddamn if a bitch gonna sit in my face questioning me about my man, like we both fucking him. Like, ma'am, you need to be more worried about why you and your husband, the most boring storyline on this show. First of all, I don't even know why you keep getting invited back, because to be quite honest, this is your best performance yet. And you've been on the show for what, 3 seasons at this point. But the fact that you basically went to Cherie and said, how does it feel to be a cheater? You know, to be dating a cheater. Like, you ain't tell us on national TV that you was busting it open for another man when you were married to your first husband, right? So this episode, Martell basically had a conversation with Tiffany, a very polite conversation with Tiffany about how she basically came at Cherie. Very out of line, very out of that. Let me tell you something. You better know what you're choosing, because when you step to people about their business, how they respond, it's just how they respond. Ain't nobody got to tiptoe around you being pregnant. This is what I want to know. Everybody was saying how Martell was wrong for stepping, I mean, not even stepping to her. Martell was wrong for questioning Tiffany's comments about him that she made to someone, Cherie, you know, whether we think he faking it with her or not. She's the placeholder for the man, right? She had a comment. I mean, she was basically commenting or whatever, saying, "Oh, you think your pussy so much better that he not gonna, I guess, you know, go find another little fool la la." What? Then gonna say, "Oh, you think he still got feelings for Melody?" Then want to know, has she met Melody? They're gonna go back and say that Cherie said Melody was a fan because she was at her book signing. Girl, you doing too much. I would think you need to be worried about putting your crib together, the babysitter. If you're gonna have an in-home birth, a water birth, a birth at the hospital, do you got a doula? Do you have a midwife? Like, I would think you would be more concerned about your shit, right? And I know it's TV, but if you really wanted to say something to her, did you have to say it like that? And then everybody like, oh, Tiffany's pregnant. Martell should have spoken to her husband. For what? For what? Martell wasn't rude. He was very polite. He was actually kind of laughing because he probably was like, this bitch crazy. You know what I'm saying? And full disclosure, when I say bitch, it's really a term of endearment, okay? So I'm trying to figure out why y'all saying that. She didn't have Martell sitting beside her when she was running her mouth about a man that ain't friend. This not even her friend. This not even her cousin. This ain't even nobody she slept with 20 years ago. This is, I wouldn't even say her and Melody are friends, to be honest. This is just the girlfriend or companion of your coworker, and you sitting there questioning him, X21 questions, like he's like questioning her, like they got an answer to you, and then everybody like, oh, he could have talked to her husband. What the hell he got to talk to Lou for? He wasn't. Let me tell you something. I do believe in orderly, doing things in order, and being and doing. I can't even talk. I do believe in doing things in decency and in order. But what I don't believe is that what Martell did was out of order, nor do I think it was disrespectful. Now, Marcel kind of being like a amen and stuff like that, I don't think he needed to say all that, but he was making good TV. But even with that, Marcel didn't say anything out of line. Well, hold on. He said something about somebody fighting or slapping her, or it could have happened to her. Something he implied that things could have gotten physical. I don't know if I would have said all that, but to be quite honest, things probably, some women, you do step to them and they pop you in your mouth. Tiffany is always out of pocket. She's always out of line. That's just like you sit up there and said she didn't know Kiki, but sending Kiki messages and stuff, texting her. That's why I said, if I was Kiki, well, I didn't put this in this video, but I said it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, I would have never apologized to Tiffany. Apologized to her for what? Tiffany, a pregnant ass, nose ass chick who apparently ain't got enough business of her own. And then she hides behind, everybody like, oh, she pregnant. Do pregnant women not know when they open their mouths? Like, she ain't handicapped. Let's not treat this pregnancy like her personality. Like, I'm all for protecting women, especially when they are pregnant. But what I ain't for is people getting passes just because they're carrying a child. Like, she just kept going. And I'm a little disappointed in Cherie, to be honest. Cherie ain't really, Cherie only said, ain't you a cheater? Or wasn't you cheating too? I thought that was big as hell. Like, I needed Cherie to be a little bit more like, bitch, what? You can't be serious right now. Don't ever come to me asking me about anything about my man. Why are you concerned if I met the mother of his kids or not? Why are you even concerned? What business of that is yours? So Tiffany doesn't get a pass for me. I really want Tiffany off the show. I think she's boring. That's it. Because they've been on the season for 3 years and this is all we got. Moving right along. Bottom line, I don't think Martell was wrong for anything. I think Tiffany did well. Then we see the preview, Lou finna get all, yo, what's up? Don't come to my wife. Tell your wife to sit her ass down here. How about that? Because while I do believe that certain people, I'm finna, do you mind if I talk to your wife? I need to have a conversation with you and your wife, While I do believe that to be a thing, I don't think that was necessary for this situation. Tiffany just missed it. Just like the first season she was on the show, she basically told Maurice's son, Monsters, told his business. Talking about he was caught vaping and XYZ. This your first time meeting this boy's stepmama, and the first thing you say is, oh, yeah, Monster was caught vaping and he got in trouble. Like, she's always out of pocket. So no, it don't matter if she's pregnant or not. This woman ain't got no cool. She sit up there and try to be, I just, do you, like, trying to question everybody else shit, but her shit obviously stinky. Girl, please, will you shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down? Let me tell y'all this. This is what I'm gonna say about Maurice, Kimmie, and they son Monster, and this whole trying to discipline him. First of all, under the impression that boot camp was for like kids who were like very rebellious and like doing things that are outside of normal teen or what we deem as acceptable behavior. I'm first and foremost, I'm confused as to why he even in boot camp, because it just sounds like he a regular teen. Number one. Number two, I'm gonna tell you this. This is what my mama told me a long time ago. People respect who you respect. That little boy don't be listening to Kimmie because Maurice don't listen to Kimmie. Baby, when you have a step parent and you know your mama don't play with you about listening to that step parent, all things considered, meaning, the step parent not harassing you, not doing no crazy shit, not being mean to you, not making your life harder, anything like that. If your daddy or your mama say, this is my wife, that you need to respect her, or else, usually, unless some kids just have like a very, very hard time and just very blatantly disrespectful and stuff like that, because you do have, things are nuanced, so we have to leave room for that. They may have like emotional issues trying to adapt the blended family idea, but usually if you tell you, like, if your kid got so much respect for you and your significant other, they're not gonna disrespect your significant other, not to the point where they just outright blatantly ignore you, not multiple times. That little boy don't respect Kimmie because Maurice don't respect Kimmie. That long list of or whatever the hell that they had, like that long list of, I guess, I'm gonna hold you accountable for this, and that. Chores were never even on the list, and then it's almost like Maurice is trying to it's almost like Maurice is on this power trip, and I don't even know if that's the right phrase, but some of the things that he's expecting from this child, to me, don't even seem realistic. He's a kid. Please let him be a kid. I send him back to his mama. Okay. So I think if Maurice showed a little bit more respect, and let me say this, I think Maurice is, obviously Kimmie like him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to talk about, people's marriages, because that's not the topic tonight. Like, that was not the direct topic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just picture Kimmie to be with somebody like around her age and a little bit more mature in some areas, but whatever, that's another topic for another day. Like, Maurice didn't respect Kimmie. He doesn't. He disregards a lot of shit she says, even when they talk about sex. Like, y'all remember, what's that, last season before last? Like, the whole, like, girl, your man need to respect you, Kimmie. Come on. Let's tighten up, okay? And let me tell y'all something about Belle Collective. Shout out to HBCU alum. I got my shirt on. Y'all know how, like, you don't feel like putting no bra on, so, like, you put like a big ass hoodie on or a big ass shirt. I'm putting you in my business. That's exactly what this is. But shout out, y'all see JSU in the building, the best HBCU. Let me tell you something. Baby. It's one thing to go to an HBCU, but it's another thing to go to an HBCU in the SWAC conference. Well, I'm saying SWAC conference. Well, I mean, that kind of said conference twice. The C is for a conference. Anyway, let me tell you something. Moving right along, that was a commercial break. But shout out to the HBCU alum. Thank you for my sweater. So, apparently ain't nobody fucking with Tambra. I halfway know what's going on. People think she lies and she funny acting. And I already told you, I don't think we get her real life. And that further, like, people not coming to the tailgate, the only person who came was so Gucci. That just further proves my point. Like, don't nobody fuck with her because she not fuckable with. She not fuck wittable. You gotta give people something to work with. And where's her man? Why he wanted to tailgate? Is he a truck driver? What does he do for a living? I honestly don't know. Like, why wasn't he at the tailgate, baby? Where he at? Why wasn't he there? I don't know, y'all. I really ain't got much to say about, Belle Collective, other than, we already know LaTrice and Cliff. LaTrice really, I wish Iyanla would come back or do like a special premiere or a special premiere event, because LaTrice always says how Cliff reminds her of her daddy. And then she went on to say this episode, like her mama really wasn't happy. She alluded to something like that when her mama was with her daddy. So I'm like, it seems like to me, LaTrice is aware that the marriage that she had, she seems like to me, she's aware that the marriage that she has is probably not the healthiest, but it's good enough for her. And I mean, it works. I mean, you got the 80-20 rule, and then, but to see her friends, like I say, Josh is be completely out of line most times, but he be telling the truth, too. I do believe that two things can be true at once. And I just hope they can maintain their friendship. But I do like how he told her, look, I don't want to hear nothing about you and your man's issues. Just leave me out of it. I can respect that because, girl, you doing too much. Because now I want to say something to him, but then I really can't say nothing to him because when I do say something to him, it can cause an issue between us. Your man being real disrespectful towards me and stuff like that. And somebody was like, LaTrice don't ever say anything to her husband when he say something to Josh. LaTrice never says anything to Josh when he says something to her husband. Like, first of all, you got to know what your boundaries are. Now, in order to have boundaries, you need to know what your standards are. LaTrice has no boundaries when it comes to how to make her friendship and her marriage work, because she don't even have any standards. Like, this is what I require for you to be my friend. This is what I require for you to be my husband. Like, this is what I need. Like, even when you listen to her, she just talks about how she's been knowing Joshy for a long time and how daddy, is protective and she don't really, he can be controlling, but she sees it as more as protection. But she never talks about what she would like from him. She always makes excuses. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's, oh my God, before I forget, I was about to log off, child. Let's talk about Summer's House, Martha Vineyard. Apparently this is the black version of Summer House on Bravo. Let me tell y'all something. Bria, sometimes I never forget a friend was telling me sometimes people are unreasonable, or certain requests can be unreasonable. I don't even use the word unfair because that can get a little nuanced, but unreasonable, that's the word to me that fits a lot of situations more so than not. Bria is so unreasonable. As a dog owner, I would never go anywhere and just bring my dog, assuming that it was okay, assuming that people don't have allergies. While I don't appreciate how they were kind of coming at her about Milo and about certain things, I do think that she should have given them a heads up. That's number one. Number two, the whole thing about Mariah, I guess, shoving her a little bit. I get it, but I still kind of just thought, like, if y'all weren't gonna vote Mariah out the house first before Bria even said something. Oh yeah, this is my mom. Oh, maybe she didn't mean to call me. Hey Ma, I gotta call you back, girl. I'm doing my video. Okay, bye. Okay. If they were not going to vote Mariah out or try to have a vote if Mariah should leave in the first place, I don't think they should have brought it up just because Bria had a temper tantrum and felt some type of way. Because they went out, they did all type of stuff, and then because Bria's guest, Phil, was undoubtedly disrespectful, shitting in people's toilet and not flushing it. Hey, how the hell can you claim a room virtually? If you are not here the day we sign in, the day we arrive, you get what's left over. That's like food. If you don't get here when we serve the food, more than likely you're not gonna get here. Maybe somebody may save you a plate, and even then, you're gonna just have to get the rest. You know what I'm saying? So to virtually claim a room is crazy, but he was very disrespectful. He didn't even get to unpack his bags. They kicked him out. So like they appeased Bria, and it's like, okay, we go vote, and Mariah had to leave. And then they even had a vote without Mariah even knowing that they were voting about her. Right? So that was crazy. So now Bria wants her boyfriend to come and stay for a whole week. So like, okay, so like I'm of two minds when I think about this situation, because to be honest, they rotating people in and out that damn house. I don't really see the big deal, you know, about him coming and staying for the last week. Honestly, it's so many people coming in and out. What difference does it make? Number one. However, I do understand that when she initially told him he was coming, now correct me if I'm wrong, she said that he was coming the last week, not that he was staying a full week. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I might need to go back and watch. I think it was like the first episode they had went to the bar, or maybe the second. I may need to go back and watch, but that's not the same thing. Saying somebody coming the last week and saying they coming the last week and staying the last week, that's not the same thing. But then I'm also like, if he coming from Germany, how long y'all think the man gonna stay? Y'all think he gonna stay a weekend? You think he gonna come all the way to the United States for 3 days? So again, first and foremost, they need to have better communication. Bria and Jasmine not even friends. Jasmine is Bria was invited by the other girl. I forget the one that was Amir likes. I can't think of her name. Right. So it just seems like it's a disconnect because it's a lack of miscommunication. First of all, I can't go anywhere with that many people and stay for that long. I would need my own space. Because it looks like a few of them are sharing bathrooms, which is cool, I guess, but I don't like sharing bathrooms. I need my own bathroom. I need my own room. I need my own everything, baby. I like to walk around my ass jiggling, okay? I like to take these long ass showers. Gotta exfoliate the moon pie. Gotta exfoliate my face. Baby, I ain't got time. I like the air dryer. I ain't got time. I like to take my time getting out the shower. I like to leave the door open when I'm showering because the steam so like the whole setup just wouldn't work for me unless it was about some money. Then I could make it work. And then the whole going in the bathroom after somebody get out, I don't like nobody bathroom air. Like, because your coochie air may smell fine to you, but to me, it may not smell fine. So I don't need to go in the bathroom after you. As a matter of fact, when people if first of all, I don't even like using public bathrooms. If I do, it's a dire emergency, and I do mean emergency. I do mean like the shit. Well, if I have to shit in public, it's like about to drop out my motherfucking asshole. Number one. Number two, if I gotta pee, it's about to run down my motherfucking leg, baby. But luckily, none of my muscles have failed me, baby. Because when I get ready to do what I need to do, baby, I'll be at home with my motherfucking baby wipes. Okay, let me see. Okay. So the house and people sharing bathrooms and you go pee, I gotta pee, then your coochie air hit me in the face or your booty air, I don't know, your ball juice be on the floor. That ain't gonna work for me unless it's some money involved. And then you know what I'm saying? Because people not right. People nasty. Yeah, we had COVID. People nasty. People don't wash their damn hands. People be digging in their ass, digging in their coochie, scratching their coochie through their jeans, like no, through their pockets and shit. So I don't even know how I got on that subject. Oh my God. Back to the show. Bria is unreasonable. So Bria took a conversation that Silas said, I would love if I want Black women to be married, period. Preferably to Black men. But more importantly, I want Black women to be married, period. For him to make that statement, Silas gets on my damn nerves because he seems like he's boring as hell. But for him to make that statement, and he's also controlling, that's another story, that lets me know that he wants Black women to have support, security, and essentially be happy and be loved, to be taken care of, to be looked after, right? Britt gonna say they don't want Simon to come and stay a whole week because he's white. Girl, nobody even said that. I ain't even got that vibe. Now I will say this. When I saw that her boyfriend was white, and I'm like, oh, damn. he coming into an all black space and he's white. In my mind, I'm like, how that's gonna work out? Because I'm a firm believer, like if it's a black spaces should be safe for black people, and we shouldn't have to tiptoe around one white person that y'all invite to the cookout because they can barely do the Dougie. You know what I'm saying? That's why cookout is canceled. But you get what I mean. So I'm like, you know, that's just what I thought. Let me know, did y'all think that? Like, when I automatically think of white people being in spaces with just all black people, I just be a little like, what? Now I kind of feel like sometimes I'm like, damn, now they kind of have to watch what they say, and they can't, it just be too much restriction for me, honestly. So, but I will say the cast didn't give that vibe to me, but that's exactly what I thought. So if I thought that, then that lets me know that Bria is aware, not to say that she was correct that they are being racist, but Bria automatically know that there is an energy that comes with having a white person in an all black space. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but like there's a level of awareness that black people have when this happens, right? But I think she's unreasonable because she brought her dog. They didn't know he was coming. And it seemed like everybody liking Milo, though. Y'all see how he just everywhere, Silas is paying him and stuff. And then she seems like she's going home and she needs to go home. And then she yelling at Silas. Now Silas's wife got up, go see about her man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think your spouse needs to automatically have to be notified that you having a difficult conversation like with somebody in the friend group. I think when the shit go left field, baby, we need to call somebody. Yeah, but like certain conversations, you would need your spouse. But just a regular little 1-2 step, nah. But Bria is unreasonable and insufferable. So she need to go home. She's very baby. That word manipulative was wearing his ass out. What do you say? You're very. I don't even know how the hell he said. Let me see if I can say it. Manipulative. That's what he was saying. Manipulative. You're very manipulative, and I say you're very manipulative. I guess I just pronounced all the syllables. But yeah, drop down, leave a comment, let me know what y'all think. But again, this is Live Janae, and yes, the lies absolutely necessary. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.